Our comment here by our guy 3 Studio. Wide receivers really quiet today, sans MVS TD, but still got to get that ish moving forward next week. And you look at the numbers here, take away Kadarius Toney, I don't really know where our receiving game would be. Because, I mean, obviously, Kadarius, he became the focal point for the receivers today. Obviously, the short stuff was there. We were taking the quick stuff anyway. But Kelce's 14 catches. Take away those, you have KT leads the team with 5 catches as far as on the receiver end. And then drop off JuJu with 2 catches. Then Watson 1 catch, MVS 1 catch, and then Sky Moore with 1 catch. So, yeah, that is troublesome. But I mean, we also were adapting on the fly with this injury and having to go quick stuff.
Well, I'm going to say something about that real quick with the wide receiver position, because I agree. It is worrisome, but right now it works. Patrick Mahomes was able to have an historic season with this much limitation at wide receiver. So I don't like it, but this is another reason why I said on my Twitter account a couple of days ago that make no mistake about it, just because this worked this season doesn't mean that the Chiefs aren't going to go in this offseason and say, all right, let's go get him a top-tier wide receiver. That's why the DeAndre Hopkins news is news. That's why there is that still out there, man. The Chiefs are still, right now, as currently constructed, the favorites of getting Nuke Hopkins, man, because I think it's a real thing. Because even though, yes, he's not going to be cheap, per se. I think he's got $34 million left on his deal. He is in his 30s. He's had some injury concerns. Make no mistake about it, though. A healthy Hopkins is a top 10 receiver still very much in this league, and he would still be cheaper than what Tyreek Hill would have been. Tyreek Hill's dead cap money for the next 2 years, I think, is in the 60s. So you're saving a ton of money, and you're getting still a top 10 receiver if that does happen. But even if it isn't Hopkins, the Chiefs are going to be out there shopping this year because they have a ton of cap space to work with and mess with. And I wouldn't put it past them to utilize a couple picks mid, maybe even early in the draft. I know we got a long way to go, but they might go and get a receiver, man, because you're talking about JuJu might be gone, McCole Hardman might be gone, MVS, they might get out of his contract, and then you're left with Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney, and a bunch of young guys. Yeah. I think that the Chiefs are going to go out there and be very aggressive at the wide receiver position, because even though Patrick Mahomes can still make it work, you don't want to make him have to go and do that. And furthermore, Travis Kelce's going to be 34 years old next season. He's still great, and he's going to continue to be great. Like, we saw Tony Gonzalez still go out there and get 950 yards at 37 years old. That's what I think Travis Kelce's going to be. But even with that, at the Falcons days with Tony G, he still had Roddy White and Julio Jones and other guys around him to make his job easier. They need to do the same thing for Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce moving forward.
Yeah, 100%. You can't rely on a guy. I mean, Kelce cannot be your focal point receiver as he gets up there. And I got flack for when I said that the Hopkins news is something to look at, especially now. Everyone's like, "Oh, Patriots." If they get Bill O'Brien, Hopkins ain't going there. He's not going to waive his no trade clause to go to New England to be with Bill O'Brien again. Not going to happen. Not with Mac Jones. He's, like you said, he's getting his 30s. He's getting older. He's going to want to win one, and best chance to win is going to Kansas City, playing with Pat. And Hopkins is a different type of receiver than Tyreek Hill, probably different type of receiver that we've ever had in the Mahomes era. So sky's the limit to see him with Hopkins, but that's a conversation. We're going to get into a lot of that conversation in the offseason. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.